someone in our community.
It's the music industry, innit?
Hey, what H&M since?
Pick up someone in the public eye and just stone and dig a hole, put them in
If you're
it.
rich and powerful and a man, this day and age you're finished. Yeah? Like, women just want to tear you down.
He has a history of being a kiddie fiddler. R. Kelly. This can all go away if you drop another Chocolate Factory album.
Like, that church image don't mean nothing to me.
Hi guys, I'm Felicia Olutis. This is Conclusion, and today we are discussing surviving R. Kelly. When was the first time you ever, your first encounter with an R. Kelly song or just R. Kelly in general? Positive or negative?
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Yep,
I
Space
that for a
Jam.
minute. No, the soundtrack, I believe I can
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
that was a big song.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Do you know what was going on around that time?
No, I was like, like year 6? Was I year 6?
Right.
So I know R. Kelly from back in the day when he used to, well, actually, the earliest I can remember was when he was like with Aaliyah and stuff, innit? You see him sometimes on the Box channel or whatever music videos, on cable. But yeah, I mean, he used to make music there. I remember when I was younger and he made that song like, you remind me of my Jeep, and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, man's talking about car. And he told the girl she looked like car and thing. And the girl was like, yay! And I was like, well, I don't know. If that's what you want to be, but cool. Yeah, I mean, that's how I know of him. Not that like I bought any of his music. We wasn't at that age where we was like passing judgment.
Okay,
You see what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
So we knew like what was wrong, we knew what was right. And we wasn't like, oh, you know what, lock him up and all this kind of stuff, prosecute him, and he's broken this law and that law and stuff like that. So it was kind of like that. But I understand what you're saying when you say you just know the music, but I think a lot of girls who grew up in the 90s or the 80s and 90s or whatever, going forward, they listen to a lot of slow jams and a lot of local music and stuff like that. So for them, I can imagine that you must have endless tracks of R. Kelly on their playlists. And now it's like, the man's come full circle, isn't it?
Do you know what is mad? So your earliest memory of R. Kelly's Space Jam, or like when you really started to take notice of him, Space Jam was around the times that he started going through his trial.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. So already during the time of something, so around the Space Jam time, that's when he had this like church image.
Oh yeah, I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
All that stuff
So
there.
he started off being this really sexualized man who was like a bedroom bully. I don't know why I said that, but basically he was. And then he became this churchgoer, some pastor, and this moral man.
Mm-hmm.
And that was simply because the rumors of him hanging around with a lot of young girls started to surface. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people started to hear things, but they never saw things.
Like, that church image don't mean nothing to me, yeah? Because there's plenty of guys that, like, let's just take our Kelly for example, yeah? When you look at his earlier videos, and you see how he was carrying on hypersexualized and whatever, then he turns around and he does, oh, I'm churchy and grown up or whatever, blah, blah. It's all a cover-up, yeah? Because I've seen R. Kelly do it, I've seen Mace do it, I've seen MC Hammer do it, and what it is that all of them, yeah, they get rich, they do it where they get rich, they have a lifestyle that might be not the best lifestyle to lead or whatever. Well, for them it might be, so they do all their fuckery, blah blah blah, it starts to pour out, then oh no, I'm in the church, I'm a holy man, I'm saved. I'm a holy man, not just him, but women do too, I'm a holy woman, I'm saved, blah 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 blah. Do you think they stopped doing their fuckery? No, fuckery was still going on in the background, yeah? And then they just have to be who they are, so they starts coming back out again and so forth. So all them man in America is like that. That's the thing they do, Oh, I was a gangster before, now I'm saying, you still a gangster, fam. You still hang out with them same man, you still know them. The man come out of prison, they check you. This is the lifestyle you lead, isn't it? It's like mafia. Once you're in, you don't come out. Simple as that. So
do you think that this is a witch hunt?
Well, you know what it is? It's like in terms of a witch hunt, you could use the term scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whereas people are aware it's happening in not just the music industry, but just in different fields of work, different places, blah, 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 it's easy to just pick up someone in the public eye and just stone them, dig a hole, put them in it, stone their head, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes everyone feel good about themselves, that they can say bad things about this person. Look, he's doing this, he's wrong. I've realised it's wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then go back to their lives, go back to school, know that my girl's being touched, go to church, know that my man's being touched. But because you can't put certain people in the public eye because no one cares about them, you can't really get your moral kick from just a pastor, from Cred and all that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a way for people to get that moral kick off their chest and then carry on about their lives.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's so much of a witch hunt at one point to one degree, then I do to another degree. For example, the man, if he has done wrong, whatever he's done, then obviously by law, if he's broken the law, man should be punished for it. Simple as, yeah, that's okay. But on the other flip side, if you're rich and powerful and a man, in this day and age, you're finished. Yeah?
Mm.
Like, women just want to tear you down and then just splash you across the
What do you
newspapers
mean?
and the media. How much man are rich and powerful? There's always some woman that comes out with rubbish. And then sometimes the worst thing is that when the people actually go to investigate the backstory, the woman's lying anyway. Yeah? And not to say no, not all cases, I'm just saying sometimes. But I say that because everyone either feels that they want to make some money, or they feel that they want to bring somebody down, or they feel that they've been wrongly justified for what they feel, but the law might say different.
You're talking about like the Bill Cosby thing?
Talk about everybody that's rich and powerful, mate. It's not just Bill Cosby, it's not just Harvey Weinstein, it's not just R. Kelly, it's not just any of these other actors like Kevin Spacey or anybody that it's across the board in the entertainment industry.
But
if you're famous and you have money and you're a male, finished. I don't think all these women out here that are famous have got money. Don't think they don't do none of this stuff, you know. Like they all, like you don't hear none of them getting dragged up, taking young man and doing all this kind of stuff.
I think there's a difference
Why?
between, you know, an older woman who is in her 40s who gets with a 20-something-year-old man. There's a big difference between that, and then a 50-something-year-old man. Because R. Kelly, a couple of years ago?
Why are you changing the parameters?
No, because a couple of years ago, like, what was it, last year, or if not 2 years ago, R. Kelly had a 19-year-old girlfriend.
Okay, so what's
right?
the problem?
Like, fair enough, she's out of the, she's legal, but he has a history of being a kiddie fiddler. He's always liked young girls. So him getting with a 19-year-old, and she looked like she was not 19, she looked like she was younger than 19.
Okay, but she was 19.
So regardless, he likes that look of youngness. Whereas if Madonna got with a young guy, but he was still at a legal age, and there's never been.
19-year-old was a legal age. I don't understand.
No. But there's never been any history
that we know of.
Fair enough, that we know of her dating young men. But there is evidence of R. Kelly liking young girls.
So have you seen that footage of Demi Moore?
With the young. Oh yeah. So, but all she did was kiss him.
No, she didn't. She lips him. She didn't kiss him.
That
was lips up.
You can't make justifications, even if it's one time and then I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
But even if it's one time and it's a young man, is that still right?
But are you then trying to justify the fact that?
Right. Okay, so he's told me the dude's 12 and she's been kissing him like to say he's big man.
No, but are you then trying to justify the fact that that there's
no justification?
Listen, the line is here. It's either it's wrong or it's right. If the girl's above age, a consented age, and she's an adult, she can vote, drive, whatever, blah 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 blah, then you can't Like, put it this way, yeah? At 19, you should know you're an adult. In this country, you're an adult from 18. Yeah? You can vote, you can go out, you can drive. If you want to buy a property, you can if you've got the money. You've got the right to work and so forth like that. Yeah? So at 19-year-old, you can't really argue. No matter how old the man is, if he was the guy with a 19-year-old and she was the guy with him, that's up to her. That's her choice. Yeah? If you're worried about, oh, well, he's so old, is he preying on her or whatnot? Yeah? You have to ask yourself, what's wrong with the girl? Yeah? She has the right to say no or the right to say yes. Yeah? At the same time. So she's 19 years old. By that time, if you don't know to say yes or no, or what's right or wrong, you failed in life already before you even started. You understand?
See, if you were to watch the documentary, you would see that he had been grooming a lot of these girls from a young age.
Well, there's whispering sweet muffins into the air.
Basically.
Well, let me ask you a question. How did these young girls get to be around him? That is the question that intrigues me, because it's like this, yeah? You say, oh, this guy's grooming these young girls. What is he just walking to someone's yard and starts chatting to them?
No, with some of them, you know, he met them in shopping centres.
Yeah.
And then all of them, they have some kind of, they aspire to do something within the music industry.
Yeah.
One he met at his concert in front of her parents.
Yeah.
There was another who he met through his artist. So that was the one who he pissed on.
Yeah.
So it was all different kind of situations.
Right. None of these pitneys knew to say no to a big man walking up to them. The stranger danger.
Well, number one, he's R. Kelly.
So, stranger danger.
No. But like, let's be real, right?
Yeah.
You see a celebrity, you love this celebrity.
Stranger danger comes out. Let me ask you a question. Say you're 12, 13 years old.
Right.
And let's put him to one side.
Mm-hmm.
What was another famous male singer that you looked up to back then?
Usher.
Right, so cool. So you're walking through whatever your local...
Big man Usher.
100% I would fuck Usher if he came in front of me.
Your local shopping centre. Yeah, you're in Superdrug and you're picking out your first box of pads, yeah? That's your first box,
okay.
13 years old, yeah? It's all mad.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're a teenager. You're young. This is what you're going through puberty, you're going through this, right?
Okay.
So cool. So you buck up on Usher now. Usher says, right, you know what? I'm staying at the Hilton and I got a little studio in there. Do you want to come? You're like, yeah, I'm not going to go home where my mum is because that's where I should be. I'm just going to run up with Usher to a hotel and then start making some music.
Okay, can I stop you? Do you remember the episode that we did? And the scenario was, imagine if a guy asks you to come back to the hotel.
That's at 3 a.m, not 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Right?
Midday.
Okay, so the scenario is now that, you know, it's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
You know, this is you're a fan. Yeah, take into consideration you're a fan.
13.
You've got his pictures all
13.
over. Yes, you're 13. But once upon a time when you were 13, okay, you're a virgin as well. Once upon a time, hold on. So you're reading. What was the magazine Word Up? Yeah, where you take the pictures and you put the pictures on your wall. Right, you got bare Usher posters on your wall,
Blue
and
tap,
then
lipstick, everything.
Right, yeah. You're in Superdrugs, buying pads, weirdly enough. You see Usher. All you're thinking about is the fact that this guy's face is on your wall. You probably have his face on your ceiling. Look at him
can I get
before.
An and go home?
Can you get an autograph? And then he says, hey, what do you do with yourself? You're like, oh my God. No. Before him saying, hey, what do you do with yourself? You're like, oh my God, I sing too. And he's like, oh my God, I got a studio up in my hotel.
Yeah.
And then you're like, rah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. Because that sounds amazing. But take into consideration, that this guy is famous.
So
he probably has security around him. People have probably seen the fact that you're interacting. So you're not gonna think to yourself, oh well, I can't go because he's a stranger and he's an adult man. No, you think you already know him. You think you know him because you are a fan. There's a big difference between the stranger on the street, and then that celebrity who you idolize. It's two completely different things.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, yeah. As a parent, if you have kids and your kids willing to get into a car with strange man or go studio or hotel, does that, you failed.
With a celebrity
I don't
that
care.
they admire.
I don't care who it is. It ain't blood, it ain't family, and most people don't know his last name. What are you doing? Like, put it this way, yeah. I think most of the majority of these girls that are in these situations, yeah, obviously these black girls and whatnot, like, some of them, you say they have both parents around, and some of them have single parents or whatnot, yeah. Like, at what point in your life as a parent do you expect your daughter, your 13, 14-year-old daughter, to be at any place alone with a grown man that she don't know?
It was never ever really like that.
I'm asking the question just like that.
It was never, when you watch the documentary, it was never a thing of,
I saw a snippet. Basically, the mum sold her daughter for a car, yeah? Like, for a gift. The man was like, yeah, I'll give you a car, your daughter can be chilling or whatever, and don't see her daughter again. And she just carried on.
I don't know what part he's talking about.
I'm just saying, like, some of these parents are in it for the money, and they don't care about their kids.
It's similar to trafficking.
Yeah, they know that their kids, that they know about R. Kelly and R. Kelly's past. Like, you can't live in America and you don't know this guy's been on court case pissing on girls and underage sex and all this kind of stuff. So they know, but they're like, yeah, alright, you can go to studio with that man.
You know,
where's the?
That's
Are
it.
you crazy?
What's the call?
I know. Oh yeah.
That's the point. That's the point that he made in terms of it's not just the fact that he was someone famous.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact that his story and allegations were already out there. Mm-hmm. He was known for this. So to then continue to go forth with this man, that's where the lack of wisdom comes in. Let's say I'm 13, I'm walking down the road and I happen to bump into David Beckham. And Beckham said, listen, we're going to go park, do a session. If you're good, you can come and play professional football. I'll be like, you know what? I'm not even thinking about it. I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to go to that park, play my best, and try and get this done. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to put myself in a young girl's shoes in that sense. But going off his point in terms of him already having the backstory of the allegations, a bit more thought process does need to take place, no?
I watched Master P's review on the documentary, yeah? And this Master P said, you know the Master P? And he said, yeah. So he goes like, oh, there's some documentary where this guy was talking about he ain't seen his door for 2 weeks, something like that. He ain't seen his door, she don't know where it is, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And he made a good point. What kind of dad is this guy? There's a documentary moaning about you ain't seen your daughter. If that's my kid take her on R. Kelly, I would be like, you know that from Taken.
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you.
The character of these parents to have their kids in them positions, even when the parents fully know like where the kid is and whatnot, yeah, is a weak thing and is not good parenting.
I agree with you.
The dad's talking about his kids missing or whatever. Me, I've got gasoline and a lighter, I will smoke that house out. Yeah. Everyone that comes running out, cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mum was like, about time was throwing rocks at the window. We're like, oh, what are you doing?
But the parents knew where the house was.
You got time to come on
I
TV.
think so, yeah.
So the parents knew where the house was.
But they couldn't get into the house though.
Yeah, listen,
no, they knew
man,
the
for
house
your kids,
was.
you're getting in.
Yeah.
Like, I know where this is.
But because I think with the family that you're with the family that
yeah? Man, don't cry on YouTube. Man has to go out there. Yeah? Man has to go out there. Do you understand? You have to go out there and do as a man what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are. You know? This is what you're built for. Like, I'm talking from your perspective. This is what we're built for, to protect our families, isn't it? Yeah? So from time it's like, oh, like, if I was in a situation, people, only time you see me on TV is when I come out of the courthouse and they're like, boy, there was like 5 dead bodies and stuff like that. And I said, I will do it again. I'm guilty, I'll do it again. My daughter's safe. That's all I care about. But I also think that some of these kids may learn from their mothers as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please explain.
So I think some of them, they were like ratchet mothers as well, so that's why they were these ratchet things out.
The majority of them were 2-parent households.
I know what I want to see one.
What does that mean? What does that mean? So what you're basically trying to say here, because this girl's a hood rat, what?
She was ratchet from.
So what? So what?
This is what I'm trying to say.
She was ratchet.
So what I'm trying to say in the whole situation is that, okay, You got this guy, and he likes young girls. Yeah. Now we're trying to play that all these young girls are innocent young girls. Yeah. All of them, but some of them might not be, and she wasn't. She wasn't an innocent girl. Yeah, I'm putting the fact. I'm putting the thing at her. I'm not putting anything at anybody else. I said she wasn't. Yeah.
Why? Because she was ratchet.
She was ratchet.
So what is ratchet?
She didn't have no like. She didn't even have no like. You know what someone goes? Yeah, and then you forced me to have a threesome.
So what? She needs to talk like some timid idiot. I was walking down Kilburn High Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was 13. No, wait.
Not
I was either 12 or 13, right? Sucking on a Calipo. And some man walking past me he was like, let me give you something big and black to suck on. And I remember thinking, that's mad, yeah? That was his first comment, right? Mm-hmm. So then I'm getting up to the ending of the Calipo, and then so you know that you have to proper bro had to suck on the Calipo, like to
slurp,
yeah. And then this same man now walks past again and went, rah. He was like, you're a really dirty hoe, aren't you? This happens for a lot of girls, regardless of ages. Because I know as a young boy, yeah, you young boys don't get older women saying anything about, oh yeah, it looks like you're going to be a real headmouth when you're older. Or when you're older. You have? When you're younger?
I've had someone say, them lips, I know what you could do with them and stuff like that. He's got money. He got money. Most of these girls are poor. You understand? Their families are working, struggling, poor people. But the thing is as well, is I don't understand it. It's like, going back to these parents, these good old-fashioned black Christian parents that don't know where their kids are and crying for over their kids and shit. After they sent them to the deals with the devil, yeah, and left them there with him. That made no fucking sense.
You know, she was acting ratchet.
Ratchet, bro.
She was not ratchet in the documentary. She was literally just sitting there, just talking.
Unless the cause of the events have brought her to a place where she can speak about the situation willy-nilly. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? We could throw that out there where she may have gone through such a situation, whatever, so that now it's just easy to talk about, whereas if she had spoken about it at the time, it may have been a different delivery, possibly, you know?
Okay, Mr. Diplomat.
I like to just get by the scope.
You know what? I can hear it from that point of view. Personally, R. Kelly's wrong, should be locked away. That's it. There's a point that he may be even just set free because the allegations may not stick and whatnot. But knowing what everyone knows, I guarantee you there's still going to be people out there that will support the man and buy the man's music.
Front row, reaching
I never believed them all. Yeah, I'm reaching for his crotch. Yeah. I never.
There's pictures of the grabbing it, bro.
I never believed in the allegations, R. Kelly. I never believed.
I was with you the whole time.
I was with you for the whole time. All these other girls are lies and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, F the police, all this kind of stuff.
In music, yeah, there has been such a sexual. Regardless of gender, paedophilia is paedophilia, whether it's a boy or whether it's a girl. People have been sexualizing children for years within music. And like, I could be angry at R. Kelly, because I am, but I'm angry at the music industry. Because though you're blaming the parents, I think that we should definitely blame them. I want to blame the managers, the PR agents, the PA that was running around probably getting contract forms. I think there's so many people to blame.
Obviously, it's not us who are going to make the decision, it's the courts. The decision that we can make is not to buy the man's music or support the man's music. People don't have we don't have a community as such. We don't have a community base in terms of like we have a leadership. We have like we invest into our own communities. We do this, we do that. We provide our own services, and blah 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 blah. Because we don't have that integration as such, is the reason why people like him can get away with it as such. Do you understand? Then they can create their own their own realms. So like he said, whatever they call it, a sex cult or whatever, and you can do this and get away with it, and people stand that says the gate crying and shit. Like, that's the reason why you can get away with it. Is for our lack of unity and our lack of coming together to be able to like, hey, this guy's doing wrong. Alright then, man. We're going over there and we're gonna shut this thing down. You understand? Yeah, that's how it works. You just go over there, you shut the thing down.
I think we've put too much power and responsibility in the people's hands. Whether we went to his concerts, bought his music or not, his activities were taking place. You know what I'm saying? So really and truly, everything is down to people directly involved. R. Kelly, like what's the name said, the girls, the parents, the people around him that was facilitating it. That's where the onus is. We had no power. The fans had no power over the situation.
We did.
Huh?
We definitely did.
The fans
Power.
No,
We did.
the fans have economic power.
Economic, yeah, but in terms of direct power, we're not pushing girls into the house. We're not like
No.
We did.
Well, you have a sense of, well, actually, there's two types of power.
Yeah.
They have the power of economics.
Yes.
So they have the power to buy the man's music or not to support it.
Okay.
And they do have the power to shame the man.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you have the power to socially shame the man so that he doesn't become socially acceptable. But what are you going to do? That's the choice. Yeah, and this is when that moral fibre kicks in. Yeah?
Okay.
Are you going to still go to his concerts, still download his music? Are you going to delete his music off your playlist? Are you going to put your 2 pence and just say, F.R. Kelly, run the Kelly Foundation?